Si Coach Tab nanonood na, guys.
Watch out.
Coach Joe Silva is watching. Hi, Coach Joe.
Hi, Coach Joe. Good afternoon.
Sana si Coach Reggie nandyan din. I-invite natin.
All right, we're live. So the spotlight is yours, Mr. Rick.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Phil Oil Flying V Sports Blackwater Elite in the Spotlight webinar. For today, it's Usapang Ateneo Blue Eagles. Our guests, SJ Belangel, Jason Credo, and Dave Ildefonso. Our panelists, we have Sir Joey Guillermo and Coach Ariel Vanguardia. Magandang hapon, guys. Magandang hapon sa mga participants.
Magandang hapon, Rick, and thank you for hosting this with Blackwater. And good afternoon to the Ateneans, mga nagwagwapuhang Ateneans nandito.
Oh, Coach, you've seen the light because you're wearing blue.
This is my best blue shirt. I'm from the green side. Pero syempre, one big fight muna tayo ngayon. Good afternoon, Dave, Joseph, Jason, and Sir Joey. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon din kayo kay Coach Tab. Nanonood siya.
Afternoon, Coach Tab.
Miss you.
All right.
Coach Tab, you're number one most wanted by the coaches from all over the Philippines and from Southeast Asia. Hopefully, we can have you next week. So it will be wonderful. We will really appreciate your time. Thank you, Coach.
All right, guys. We're in the middle of a pandemic and a lockdown. How have you guys been? Let's start with you, Jason. Has the coaching staff been asking you to do some workouts, assignments, and how's the family?
Since the pandemic kami, sir, during workouts, binigyan kami ng coaches ng workouts para masiguro namin na hindi namin napapabayaan yung katawan namin kasi hindi din namin alam kung kailan mag-start yung season again. And then with family naman, we get to spend more time with each other, especially, syempre, lahat nasa bahay. And pag kunyari, if normal life lang, hindi kami masyadong magkakasama kasi everyone's working outside the house.
SJ, how about you? Speaking English, Coach Tab can understand daw.
Everything's okay naman here. Syempre, the team has certain challenges na binibigay sa amin, especially workouts na kailangan challenge kami despite during quarantine, di ba? Hindi lang kailangan na simple push-ups lang yung ginagawa. So may mga bagay na kailangan challenge din namin sarili namin para condition kami this quarantine, di ba? Tapos sa family naman, ito, para kay Jason nga, minsan lang yung pagkakataon na we're together as a family all the time, spending together, parang almost every day na . So, and it's always a good sign na to have this moment na with your family. So, yeah.
How about you, Dave?
Sir Rick, hello. Well, it's been great naman, even we're just trying to make the most out of what we have right now. And, as Jason and SJ said, we were given by the coaches a few exercises to get in shape, or at least just to maintain what we have, what we had before the break. Pero we're just, eager to get back on the court. And it's just, we're just trying to pass time, just exercising and just improving on whatever we can improve at home.
Guys, I don't know if you've seen the news. No, several weeks ago, the UAP came out with a statement that no vaccine, no UAP. So, did you see that? And if you saw that news, what's your reaction to it? Aren't you frightened by that situation? Let's start with you, SJ. Let's start with you, SJ.
At first, siguro I was shocked. Because if wala pa talagang cure, so hindi talaga kami makakalaro ng basketball. So siguro yun yung unang naisip ko. But for the benefit of the people, for the players siguro, it's a good sign naman siguro na we need to be safe first. Because if you get that sickness, it yung maapektuhan mo, hindi lang paglalaro kundi buhay mo. So,
Pero
and
Jason, it's not just basketball, it's even school. They said no vaccine, no school also, di ba? Is that of concern to you
Mhm.
also, Jason?
Um, Dapat naman na ganun talaga because since it's a pandemic and it spreads really rapid, so what? So we can't really contain it unless there's a vaccine. So the vaccine will just really be the cure, and we can't do anything much else than take care of ourselves.
Right, right. Dave,
Sir.
is this the most frightening thing that you've been experienced so far in your young life, yung ganito? Because there's may
Yeah.
uncertainty may unknown factor, may fear factor itong virus na to. Can you feel that this is the most frightening experience so far outside the basketball court?
Well, sir, you only read about these things in history books, like before they had like the bubonic plague and all that.
Yeah.
Like all the parang those yung mga diseases the diseases that are actually that wreak havoc enough uh to be on the history books. And just right now, I don't know if it's just sinking in my brain yet. It's just getting worse and worse. And all I can really do is just pray and just hope for the best. But I think as of now, I can't really say if it's the most frightening thing that happened, because I can't really like sink it. It doesn't really sink into my head yet.
Okay, before we talk about Ateneo basketball, have the three of you been watching The Last Dance? And if you have been, what are you learning about it? Oh, Dave, ikaw muna.
Yeah, I have been, sir. It's really great. It's an eye opener, and because I always thought talaga na, for me, in my opinion, na LeBron James was like one of the greatest, if not the greatest players. If one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player, really, who ever played in the basketball court. Pero it's just being able to see the other perspective, like in other people's perspective in the different era before. It's just it's just um it's just unfortunate that I wasn't able to actually see it, real time in Jordan's era.
Jason, how about you? What's your takeaway from The Last Dance? Have you been watching?
Sa last, yeah, of course. It's an eye opener for me kasi I've never really watched Michael Jordan growing up. I was born 1999, and at the same time, that was Jordan's year when he retired.
Yeah.
When I grew up watching Kobe, so it's really an eye opener for me about to learn about all the things that Jordan is doing and what he has done.
SJ, how about you?
sir, for me, it's the same. It's an eye opener also. It's because not just only in Jordan's, like not just how he plays, but yung teammates niya, di ba? Like Dennis Rodman. That's my main takeaway on how he impacts the team. Not just Jordan, di ba? And also Pippen about his life. So, with those perspectives, siguro, hindi natin maiiwasan na manood talaga uh, ng The Last Dance. So, yan yung main takeaway ko is basically the life of other players, not just Jordan. So,
SJ, Jason, and Dave, meron ba sa, playing together in high school and now you're together again in college, the three of you, do you have any teammate who resembles Jordan in terms of that competitiveness during practice? Yung talagang very hard on sige na, magtapat kayo.
I'd like to volunteer on that one.
Go.
Probably, one of the dalawa kasi ang sorry si SJ Belangil talaga sa Jason Guedo para sa akin yung foreshadowing talaga. Si si Jason more on yung good looks si Jordan. Si si SJ naman yung skills. Yun.
Yaks! Pero Dave, hindi ka naman sinusuntok ni SJ during practice.
Hindi naman sir, ako yung nanonuntok eh. Ako yung nanonuntok.
Tawad pa lang, sir. Alam mo na eh.
Inamin din.
Oh. Okay. How does it feel that the three of you, along with Gio, are together again, you know? And you have a chance to win a championship also in college together, the four of you. Let's start with you, Jason.
With being together again, parang it's a small reunion for us, especially si Dave. Kasi parang ang laking issue nga nung pag-alis ni Dave, and then bumalik din siya sa amin. So right now, sobrang saya namin kasi magkakasama na ulit kami and magkakaroon na ulit kami ng chance to play with each other.
SJ, how do you feel about the return of Dave?
For me, sobrang saya ko since it brings back memories, di ba? Since grade 9, magkakalaban kami niyan eh. So, nagkalaban kami sa sports fest lang una eh. Tapos, ayun, masaya. Sobrang saya. Tapos, ayun, yung memories namin during high school, winning a championship, tapos yung struggles namin together. So, knowing Dave na bumalik na sa amin. So, parang, yun, sabi ni Jason, reunion niya. And happy ako para sa kanya.
Dave, how do you feel about the reunion?
Well, sir Rick, it's just a great feeling really, and being able to see the handsome faces of Jason Credo and SJ Bilangel again in practice, just great. And at least when we're on the court, I won't have to think about defending them anymore. Or like they're there for help, not as an enemy anymore. So it's great.
Have you actually practiced with your new teammates before the pandemic? Were you able to scrimmage practice with them under Coach Tab?
Yes, coach. Yes, sir Rick. Like a month, siguro mga Feb to March until the pandemic was like the pandemic existed. So it was just really great. Pero nangangapa pa ng konti. So yeah.
But did you ever, okay, now that you've practiced with them, did you see how they defended you?
Yes. I saw na. I saw. Tapos nakaka-frustrate lang kasi ba't di ko nagawa ng paraan dati kasi parang simple lang talaga kasi lahat sila nagtutulungan eh. It's like simple lang talaga pero yung team concepts nila, they do it as one whole.
SJ and Jason, can you talk about playing against Dave or even Wacky Manuel over in LaSalle? What was it like? Did it seem weird? And then all of a sudden, Wacky's talking a lot of trash, you know? What was it like for the two of you?
Talking about trash naman si Waki, sanay na kami dun eh. Kahit sa training kasi, nag-trash talk lang kami lahat nung high school. But then, going against them, it's kind of weird, but it's also fun. It's weird because in high school, we won a championship, and then in college, we were against each other. But it's also fun because everyone, we can test our limits. It's like we can go up against each other and try what we've learned.
SJ?
Knowing that we're playing against Waki and Dave, one thing in mind always is, for me, is not to study the scouting report of Dave and Waki. Because you know everything there. You know what they will do. So basically, going up against them, syempre una, it's weird. Because nag-flashback yung memories during high school. Pero, yeah, just like Jason during Waki, kapag nagta-trash talk, given na yun, Waki is like that. But kay Dave siguro yung level of competitiveness niya is iba eh. Hindi siya talaga magpapatalo. Pero kapag siguro sinastok mo siya, aawayin ka nun.
Were you amazed watching Dave and NU become their closer and their clutch player? Even as a freshman, the ball was going to Dave. We know that Dave can score, but he was scoring on big time plays for NU. Nagulat ba kayo or you know that's just Dave Ildefonso? Ikaw, SJ.
Knowing, Dave is a bucket getter talaga. Grabe. Sobrang galing talaga niyan ni Dave. You know naman since dati pa sa school niya, scorer talaga eh. Yung nakakamanga is the fact na power forward siya back then in college, naging wingman na. So, knowing siguro back then na scorer talaga siya. So, hindi na talaga ako nagulat na pagdating sa college, ganun yung laro ni Dave. Iiba. Tsaka, gagaling pa. Gumaling nga. So, ayun.
Jason, did you ever guard Dave?
No, not yet. No yata.
Okay.
Hindi ako umabot dun.
Dave, question. Dave,
Yes,
was
sir.
it difficult watching your former teammates win a championship? Or in the case of SJ2, was it, I don't know, how did you feel about it?
Well, when I went to NU naman, sir, it's just I knew what I was in for. I knew what I was in for. That it would be hard, that there would be losses and that it would be a continuous process. But it's just as a competitive player, it's just really hard to see them, achieve what I want to achieve, what I wanted to achieve. But it's just all fuel. It's all just fuel to the fire and all this motivation. And I just during those times I just tried to get better and better. And I think I did naman, just not against Ateneo. It's just, pero yeah, that's what I think. Kudos to them to getting the championship because that's just the ultimate goal, really.
Well, don't worry, guys. You'll be challenging for another one next season. Okay, I want to ask about another former teammate of yours, Kai Sotto, who has decided not to go and play college ball or enroll in college, but try his luck professionally. Dave, you first. Your thoughts about Kai? What do you think of his success? Are you excited for him?
Well, yung dream ko lang naman po talaga kay Kai is, maging kasing galing niya ako eh, yun talaga yung sinasabi ko lang sa kanya palagi na tignan mo lang ako habang naglalaro para, pag once nakapunta ka na ng NBA, ready ka. Pero yun nga, all kidding aside, it's just because ever since siguro mga grade 11th grade, when I saw him play, when I saw him improve talaga, I really called it. And sabi ko na, sobrang kaya talaga. As in, like, this is our chance talaga. And I've been telling him that ever since I got that realization that it's really doable for him. And it's just really a small thing. The question is, can he dominate? That's really the thing. And I think, given his work ethic and his God-given talents, I think it's really doable.
Jason, you sort of also formed a formidable tandem with Kai. What have you been following what he's been doing overseas?
Yes, kasi parang every once in a while, I message Kai about stuff that I see on the internet about him. And then um, siya yung tinatanong ko to be able to be sure about whatever I see on the internet. So I was just shocked that in just about a year he already wanted to play in the G League. So I didn't expect it to be that fast. I didn't think that it would be that fast for him to be able to cope with the system there, especially it's so different from here in the Philippines. But I'm so proud of him.
SJ, your thoughts about what Kai is doing right now?
For me naman, syempre masaya because former teammate back then, tapos knowing na yung struggles niya going up doon sa state, tapos dito may mga struggles din siya, di ba? Pero yung one thing kay Kai is his ability to learn fast sa game. And with the help of his family, si Tito, syempre lagi niya inaalala na kailangan pa rin magtiyaga kahit andun na. So with that, it's a new process siguro kay Kai. new challenge. Syempre, lagi naman may challenges. So, ayun, happy ako for Kai. Proud ako sa ginawa niya. Pero, we will see. We will see kapag ano yung kaya niyang gawin doon. Tsaka, we're here naman as a Filipino. Tsaka, me and Jason and Dave as his teammate to support him all the way sa NBA.
Right, right. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack before we talk more about current Ateneo basketball. Before you won a championship, medyo, kinapos yung team, yung Eaglets, struggling against, was it, sino una na kinalaban sa Final Four? Was it LaSalle? Zobel?
Yeah, yes.
Zobel,
Yes. Sa
Zobel,
first year namin, Zobel.
and then FU the next year.
Yep.
Um, was it, how tough was it to lose those 2 years? No? And then some of your teammates graduated without winning a championship, So what was your focus on that final year, your graduating year, the three of you? Let's start with you, Jason.
Um, every During those 2 years kasi, all the seniors and the coaches, it's like they told us that it's we don't really want to feel what the seniors felt because it's something you can't imagine graduating without a championship on your senior year. So it's a really different. It's something that you don't want to happen. That's what the coaches and the seniors say. So nung senior year namin, we really wanted to win for the team and of course for us kasi nga we're graduating and we wanted to leave a legacy that we instilled.
Dave, you swept the elimination round, went 14-0, and then there was a brief layoff, and then you lost game 1 to NU. Were you nervous at that point? Biglang, baka there's a momentum shift going to the Bullpups?
Well, to be honest naman, sir, I wasn't really nervous because I knew what we were capable of as a team. Maybe the only time I got nervous was the last maybe about 2 minutes or last 1 minute of the game three of the finals because I think they were up 3 or 2. I'm not really sure, but I actually got really nervous. Pero good thing that the soon to be NBA star, just rose up to the occasion and just save our butts, save the seniors' butts, and
There was also a steal by Wacky, diba, late in the game.
no,
Crucial.
no. We don't talk about that, sir. We only talk about. But yeah, props to Waki. Waki naman with a great defense. I think that's the fastest he's ran ever in his whole life. But it was great. Yeah.
Okay, describe the emotions, finally winning it all on your third try. SJ?
For me, yan yung siguro sa high school division, pinakamasayang moment, joyful moment sa career namin. Kasi promises lang kami ng promises eh. Promise na mananalo kami next year. Tapos second year namin, mananalo na naman kami para sa seniors. Pero wala eh. Given the fact na we didn't win. So we made one last promise to Coach Joe and for all the incoming seniors na they will play for us and we will play for them also. Syempre, di ba? Knowing na it's our last year and we don't want to win. We don't want to lose on our senior year and 3 straight years na. So, ayaw naman namin nun. So, with that, sobrang saya yung feeling.
Okay.
Pero sa college pa rin, di ba?
Right. Sabi mo nga, iba. Kumusta yung transition to the college game? Was it easy? Was it difficult? Because now you're playing as much taller players na may mga African centers and all that. Let's start with you, Jason. Lalo si Jason sat out 1 year. Di ba? Did you play on Team B at the time, Jason?
Yes, sir. Hindi ako masyadong nabigla nun kasi since naupo nga ako nung first year, I was able to play with Team B. So, ang nangyari is, na-train ako ni Coach Yuri to be ready for the season so that come second year when I can already play, hindi ako masyadong mabibigla with what I'm going to face.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dave, when you joined NU, that was a talented team. Wala kang tapon sa team na yan eh. Was it frustrating that for such a talented team that kasi halos lahat yan star sa high school eh. Kaya all of a sudden, pagdating ng college,
Oh,
someone has to be a role player, di ba? Can you talk about that experience, playing for the NU Bulldogs?
Playing for NU was really great because when I moved from Ateneo to NU, I honestly had I didn't need to adjust at all because they were all welcoming, they were all friendly, and they just some of them, most of us really knew our roles, but it's just mostly at the end of the games where we just collapse and we just tend to lose the grip on the win because most of our games my second year was mostly just errors on the last second or like just the 1 point losses and all that. But really playing for NU is just really I all I can say is that I'm really really thankful because they gave me the opportunity to be able to blossom into a better player, and they gave me the opportunity to try to lead them into a better record each and every year.
SJ, what's it like playing behind Matt Nieto and also Tyler Teo? Although sometimes you start ahead of Tyler depending on the matchup. What are you learning from those? What did you learn from Matt? What did you learn from Tyler?
Siguro for me it's leadership for Kuya Matt and patience for Kuya Tai. Knowing Kuya Matt is a leader, a true leader and a very competitive person and a player. And for Tyler, patience all the time because he always comes off the bench ready. And knowing that, I parang hindi ko na suklian yung nangyari yung first debut game ko, di ba, against Adamson. So that was so memorable for me. So, ayun, I learned a lot from them. Grabe, as in sobra. And until ngayon rin naman, they still teach me things that I'm still lacking, leadership-wise, and for Kuya siguro skills-wise. So, ayun, that's what I learned from them.
When you look at Matt, he's not the type of point guard who will put up huge numbers, points, diba? Pero the way he dominates the game, the way he controls that game is something else. People don't see those intangibles. For you, SJ, or even you, Jason, or you, Dave, sitting down and watching Matt Nieto play, what are you learning from him? You mentioned leadership, but more than that, yung control of the game. What's your takeaway from Matt Nieto? SJ, ikaw muna before you ask Jason and
For me naman, di ba, point guard is the extension, di ba, in the court. Siyempre, coach din siya inside the court. So, with that mentality siguro, kapag you're the first one to rattle in the given situation, the team will suffer. So, Kuya Matt all the time is always relaxed. He's always the one who controls the game, di ba? And Kuya Matt always told me that if late situations, like given the fact na second quarter to enter a quarter, siyempre fourth quarter, pupunta yung bola eh. It's 30 basically. But given the situation na end of a quarter, dapat na sa'yo yung bola. Kapag walang bucket getter, di ba? Because nasa iyo lagi yung bola eh. So they know what to do. So with that siguro, yan yung mga natutunan lagi namin kay Kuya Matt na always be relaxed on a given situation. Hindi ka mauna na ikaw una lagi na panic agad, di ba? So, ayun.
Jason, sometimes Coach Tab uses you like a point forward. Even in high school naman, if the ball wasn't with SJ or Dave or even Waki, the ball would go to you and you'd help facilitate the offense. Can you talk about that and what Coach Tab asks you to do and what you picked up also from Matt and even Tyler?
Siguro yung na-pick up ko from Matt and Tyler is to be composed. And since Coach Tab sometimes puts me as a point guard, they always talk to me first before going in. They give me tips and that I should try to control the offense since I'm the point guard, and then I shouldn't be in a hurry because during high school and my early years, I tend to always be in a hurry. So it results to making a turnover. So Coach Tab tells me to just trust the offense and relax, and I'll find the right decision.
Dave, remember we bumped into each other at Robinson's Galleria, diba? Then I asked, I said, hey, Dave, are you taller now? And I actually think you're much taller than when I saw you in high school. But you're also used to bringing up that ball. So can you talk about that ball handling? Where did you learn it from? Considering your older brother and your dad played the 4, the 5. So how did it come about, Dave?
Well, ever since SJ Belangel took me under his wing for the pointing. But all kidding aside, just I because when in grade school I was more of a forward, like 4-5 in the center, and once I went to Batangilas tryouts, that's when my dad talked to me and told me about how I should change my game and how I should use my height to my advantage, because when I'm a tall player in the wing position, my ceiling is higher. So that's when we started working, and I just got a lot of tips from sila Ninong Olsen and my dad as well, because he knows a lot. And I just really tried to have a conscious effort to really improve on what I really lack in my game.
I'm glad you mentioned Batangilas. The three of you were teammates in Batangilas, di ba? Along with Rap Escalona. Sino pa? Who among your former teammates were there? Gian? Was Gian Mamuyak a part of that
Yeah,
team?
yeah.
Sino pa? Sino
Um,
pa sa atin na naging teammate mo? Si Rap lang? Wala na, no?
Hmm.
Wow.
Was in FIBA Asia pa yata.
Oh.
yeah,
What's
kami po ni SJ yung Sir Rick yung nagka-medal sa Siaba, si Jason ata.
Si RV and then RV
RV
Virgil.
pala, si RV.
RV? That's right. That's right. Guys, the FIBA World Cup is in 2023. FIBA confirmed it a few days ago. I know your focus is on college basketball, but how meaningful would it be for you guys to enter the Gilas program, even as cadets, considering you played for Batang Gilas? Let's start with you, Dave. Dave, ikaw muna.
It's just as of now, really, that's just my goal, to be able to represent the country again in the men's division, especially since we're hosting the FIBA World, and since it's just great. It's a great feeling to be able to play against the best players in each and every country, and it's also an honor to be able to carry your flag, and just do what you love the most.
SJ, your thoughts?
Uh, for me, it's one of my top goals, diba? To be able to represent the country once again, knowing na, yeah, just like what Dave said na dito lalaro and dito gaganapin. So, uh, the crowd, you can imagine it, and especially playing for your country is syempre, it's one in a lifetime experience. So for me, it's one of my top goals to be able to play again for our country.
Jason, when you were in Batang Gilas, correct me if I'm wrong, you hit that huge three-pointer against China. Tama ba yan?
Yes, yes.
How does it, would you like, again, is it in your basketball dreams or bucket list to be able to play for the national team again?
Of course, sir, ever since natapos yung 15 under na FIBA Asia namin, it's always been a dream, and it's always been a dream to be able to play for the cadets. Kasi nung nakapasok na ako sa 15 under, I was already able and to achieve a dream na makapasok nga sa Philippine team to represent the country. And then after that was the UAAPN college. And then since I was able to get in the team already, another dream is the cadets.
Okay, Coach Joe Silva is watching. What's your most memorable moment with Coach Joe Silva when you were playing for the Eaglets? Let's start with you, Dave.
Sir Rick, words can't describe my love for Coach Joe Silva, but we just have an inside joke, him and me, just yeah. That's their inside joke. He knows that.
Coach Joe, you're watching ngayon. Ikaw, SJ.
One memorable thing siguro is kapag nakaka-shoot kami, yung celebration ni Coach Joe, parang parehas din sa celebration ng team eh. Lagi kayo nakikita. So, hi Coach. Tapos yung mga jokes namin, syempre, hindi talaga makakalimutan yun. Sa team din. So, ayun.
Jason?
Dalawa yung pinaka-memorable para sa akin. Yung una is yung nadapa si Coach Joe in front of the bench.
Saan nangyari yun?
Sa game yun eh. I forgot what school na kalaban namin, pero there was a time na nagba-backpedal yata siya, tapos nadapa siya. And then yung isang unforgettable moment ko is nung team building namin. It was about his dream, pero sa amin yun, dahil nangyari sa team building. Sa amin.
No worries.
We've got a question for the three. If just a hypothetical question, I know you're still in your college career, but since they asked about the national team, if you're gonna enter the PBA, which team do you like to play for and why? Ayoko na safe answer, ah.
Dave, ikaw muna, Dave.
Wala bang safe answer?
No, walang safe answer. Wala. Ikaw siya.
Well, para sa akin, honestly, para sa akin, kahit sinong team naman may kailangan sa akin eh. Pero yung...
Wala, no safe answer. No safe answer.
Pero yung...
I'm sure meron kayong inaay, syempre, na team. Dream team naman eh. It's not naman ano.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the team managers of the respective teams will understand.
Dave.
Siguro dream team since
Ako next
wala naman
game.
talaga akong dream team. Pero siguro since pinapanood ko ever since lumaki ako is San Miguel.
Oh, tama ako, di ba?
Kasi wala na ako talaga maisip eh.
Good answer.
Jason.
Ako, kahit anong MVP group, pero siguro pinaka-dream is yung talk and text. Kasi nga, since sa Mora sila nagtitrain, malapit lang din. And part sila na
Yeah. Good answer.
Ano si Coach Ariel, dating coach ng talk and text.
Oh, good answer.
Sila si mga player na Jimmy Alapag. O ikaw, SJ.
Lumalabas ang age.
SJ.
Rex.
For me, it's like Jason, talk and text. And kapag hindi napunta talk and text, any MVP group din. So, ayun, kasi
Safe
idol ko
answer
since
eh.
then.
But safe answer.
Since then, idol ko si Idol Jimmy. So, ayun, I wanna play for talk and text.
Pero Jimmy is with San Miguel na. With San Miguel sa assistant coach.
Alam na.
Yeah, talk and text and talk and text.
Okay, talk and text. All right, thank you, guys. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Yeah, no problem, Coach Ariel. Guys, okay. The three of you, what's it like playing Mark Nonoy? Tanong kayo. SJ, ikaw muna. Sasagutan kayo ng Tres to Finals eh.
Like, siguro playing with Jason Castro, pero ewan ko, sobrang bilis eh. Speed-wise, tapos iba talaga. Pero knowing na kababayan ko siya, it's iba feeling eh. Isipin mo, naglalaro kayo, tapos nag-uusap kayo, tapos same kayo ng language, di ba? So, for me, iba. Because iba yung speed niya eh. One of the gifted players, di ba? Na meron. Especially yung speed niya, tsaka you can't leave him alone naman because he will shoot it, di ba? So, ayun, iba feeling na makalaro si Mark.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Dave and Jason. Sino yung tough UAAP matchups ninyo and bakit? Who's the guy who played you the toughest and why? Dave, ikaw muna, Dave.
Played me the toughest siguro. Para sa akin, isang buong team eh. Sa Ateneo talaga eh. Just...
I get it, yeah.
It's their defense talaga eh. Kasi kung ako naman talaga, if it's one-on-one, for me, yung mentality ko talaga kasi, para sa akin, no one can stop me. Like, that's my mentality. Pero when you go against a team, when you go 1-on-5, I don't think that's a great idea.
Was
for
it
me, yeah.
frustrating for you, Dave? Was it frustrating that, even parang trying to break through that, you had a tough time driving against that defense? Pero ibang team, kaya-kaya mo lusutan. Was it, can you talk about that?
For me, it's really tough because I could see what they're doing. Like it's, when I said na it's just really simple. What makes it super hard to just penetrate through is just their teamwork and their discipline and their principles. And so what I just end up doing, I just really just try to drive the most I can, and then just kick it out, and then just try to really just try to orchestrate at least something. Try to get something going.
Jason, how about you? Tough matchup.
Since rookie year ko, hindi naman ako masyado nakapaglaro and I was just watching. Ang mga nakaka one-on-one ko is yung nasa team. And siguro yung pinakamahirap na ka-match up dun is si Terry talaga. Kasi ang lakas ng katawan niya talaga, and if you try to do something, gugulangan ka lang niya, and galing si Terry.
Okay. I'm glad you mentioned yung malakas yung katawan. No? In high school, when you were playing in high school, was that weight training, that strength and conditioning already big with you guys? Kasi if you look, you look at the college like si 3D, grabe. Talagang bato-bato si thirds, di ba? So in high school, ganun din ba? I know it's almost the same system that you run, almost the same program, Mahigpit ba sila sa mga weight training nyo nung high school, Jason?
Noong time namin,
Jason.
Kasi iniisip namin parang matagal pa yung college. So, parang in-enjoy lang namin yung high school. So, hindi namin na-notice na it's right in front of us na pala. So, we really had to work on weights and our strength right after high school.
How about you, SJ?
Same with Jason, pero there's time na you came to a point na you need to be ready for college, diba? So, my last year siguro with Coach Bart, with Coach Bart, dun ako nag-focus na to build muscle strength because it is needed in college to, syempre, hindi ka mabully. So, siguro in my last year, yeah, I focus more on strength.
Okay, Dave, how about you guys over at NU? How is it over there in terms of weight training?
Well, it's really weight training there is really great. It's yung mas lamang lang siguro yung Ateneo when it comes to facilities and because they have a bigger gym talaga, and yun lang yung nakaka-inggit dati because when I actually got into lifting, because when I was in high school I wasn't really that much of a lifter because I was just thinking more of aesthetic lifting, but when I got to college, I really thought about more of power and strength. And it's just I just thought about the gym back in Moro and how great it is, but being able to really improve on I was really able to improve on my weight training and my conditioning naman in NU. So either way, it's really great.
Guys, may nagtatanong, what's it like to be playing for Coach Tab? Let's start with you, SJ.
Playing for Coach Tab siguro is one of the hardest coach na syempre naranasan ko. Since na for me, he's one of my greatest coach na siguro. Pero siya na yung grabe, yung standards sobrang taas, di ba? So, with that naman, Coach Tab is always being hard on us. Hi, Coach, if you're watching. So,
He's watching.
there would be always siyempre in return, di ba? With the team. So, with that, for me, playing with Coach Tab is hard, but you will learn a lot. You'll be disciplined.
Jason, I understand, no? After high school, a lot of schools tried to recruit you, but obviously you were really set on staying in Ateneo. What was for you, no? Was playing under Coach Tab one of your things or on your bucket list non coming out of high school?
First, of course, yung studies ng Ateneo. Second na lang yung playing for Coach Tab. First is kasi yung studies ng Ateneo. Alam naman natin, Ateneo yun. Pero no offense to other schools, pero dream school ko talaga for college is Ateneo. And then for Coach Tab naman, it's a blessing and it's also hard because the pressure is there because of Coach Tab's accomplishments. He's really a blessing to us because he can teach what he's learned to us, and he also talks. He knows how to talk about the stuff that he wants to teach us. So it's really a blessing.
Did you guys know before we hear Dave? No, did you know that Coach Tab played point guard when he was playing? Did you know that? SJ,
Uh,
did you know that he was a point guard?
yes po.
Ah, you knew it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. He also joins you also in your drills and all that, di ba? And even I think even the shooting he does, di ba? SJ, tama?
Yes po.
What are your thoughts? See, when you train and you practice and your coach sumasabay sa inyo, he joins along. What's your thought about that? Kahit sa mga push-ups, sinasabayan kayo.
Mm, for me is parang nakakaiba, di ba? Because coach mo, kasama mo sa practice. So with that, kailangan talaga competitive ka rin kasi hindi rin siya magpapatalo eh. So even, tapos he'll push you hard na hanggang sa limits mo. So with that, masaya. It's fun. It's fun playing with a coach during practice. And tapos minsan, nakakasali pa siya sa shooting. Tapos natatalo kami. Tapos trash talk siya. Masaya. It's fun.
Ay, grabe yan. Dave, your turn. In the few months that you've worked out with the Blue Eagles and under Coach Tab, what are your thoughts now? Kasi nung high school, you saw him from across, you were the Blue Eaglets, magkasunod yung ensayo nyo. What are your thoughts about Coach Tab?
Um, Coach Tab just has a really like his reputation is really like it's true. He's a great coach, great personality, and he's both a friend and a coach. And he's always given me advice ever since high school. And even though I moved from Ateneo to NU, when I went to Batangilas, he and I talked in Greece, and it's just it's a great feeling because when I saw him, he was like he, uh, he, he told me that he still loves me. He still loves me even though I went to NU and all that. Like he jokingly still calls me traitor, but now I don't think he can call me that anymore. But it's always great when it's with Coach Tab.
Actually, the other day when I told Coach Tab that we're gonna have the three of you in this webinar by Phil Oil Flying V Sports and Blackwater Elite, Coach Tab said that yeah, they're three very good kids. You'll get a lot of good insights from them, and we expect a lot from them in the coming season and all that. No, but Dave, you've been surrounded by what greatness since you were a kid. Your dad is one of the PBA's greatest players of all time. Uh, he's won championships, multiple championships. No? Do you feel that? How does your dad talk to you? Is there pressure on you to achieve also similar things? How is it? What's your relationship with Idol Danny? Lakay.
Well, our relationship really, it's we can really talk about anything, and it's since I talk mostly about basketball, he talks mostly about basketball, so we can just keep on going and going. But regarding the pressure, it's always been there since I was a kid. Other people trying to put their expectations on me, but it's just I'm really fortunate and just blessed to be able to have a great circle of support, circle of trust within my family. So because I really just have a few people who I really listen to. So that's how in the Philippines, just a lot of anything you do, whether it's good or not, people have always something to say. And It's just only a matter of who you listen to, really.
Okay, someone's asking me a question here on my Facebook Messenger. Tinira na ba kayo ni Joaquin Manuel? O at kung tinira ka, nakaganti ka ba? Let's start with you, SJ. SJ, ikaw muna.
No, sa akin, wala. Hindi pa naman. Never naman nag-came sa point. Pero pikunan lang, yeah. Meron, syempre.
Talaga.
Pero tuntukan siguro, never pa.
Jason, ikaw, tinira ka na ba ni Waki sa ngayong college?
Ngayong college, wala, sir. Hindi naman kami nagkatapat ni Waki nung college. Pero nung high school, nung unang dating ni Waki sa Moro, ano yun, parang automatic agad sa amin nila Dave yun, natitirahin namin si
Di po,
Waki.
sir. Si Jason lang po nag-isip noon.
Alam ni Waki yun, sir. Una, sir, hindi ko makakalimutan doon yung pinatid siya ni Dave. Parang planting rice yata.
Di po totoo yun, sir. Di po totoo yun. Di po totoo yun.
Yun lang.
O Dave, ikaw, nagbantayan na ba kayo yung college ni Waki?
Si Waki talaga po yung palaging bumabantay sa akin yung first year ko eh. Tapos palagi ko siya niloloko. Parang I always tell him like, why?
Dave, have you matched up against Waki?
Sir? Yeah? Hello? Sir? Yeah, yes. Hello?
Go.
Yeah. I have matched up with Waki na before when in my rookie year he was the designated he says designated Dave stopper daw, you know.
Nax.
And yun yung sinasabi niya sa akin palagi na, you know, isa-stop niya ako pero I just don't think he can really stop me, you know. You know, it's just pero it's always fun with Waki really. We always talk while we play, you know. And minsan naglolokohan pa kami, Wax, if you let me score 2 points, I'll let you score 2 points, you know. Pero it's just great with Waki. It's just a really great friendship we had in juniors.
ano yung best line niya sa trash talking niya sa'yo, Dave?
Well, yung palagi talaga ako natatawa. His best line really which always cracks me up is yung I can stop you. Just I don't really think so, sir. You know, it's
how many points did you drop on Waki?
Siguro all in all, including the summer leagues, maybe more than 100 or like more than it's just not countable, sir. You know. I hope Waki's watching this. You know?
Jason, please message Waki, tell him to watch right now on YouTube. You wanna wait for his comments. Okay. Guys, you know, obviously dapat this is a time of the year where we have the preseason, like the Phil Oil Flying V preseason cup. But it's not there because of the lockdown and the pandemic. How important is, you know, we don't know when basketball will take place. There's even talk that the school year will start in September, hence basketball in October, should it start, no? My question therefore is, definitely there will be no travel this year in terms of the preseason. But do you think it's better that dito lang muna, mas safe naman lahat and all that? Kayo, what do you think, guys? SJ?
For me, tama naman yun. Safety first, di ba? It's would benefit sa country natin, tsaka as players, it would benefit us. So, with that in mind, siguro just have to pray na this will end soon and hope for the best. And siguro, given this situation, train hard despite na we're nasa bahay lang tayo.
Jason, your thoughts?
Sure, of course, it's safer na dito na lang muna with the families. Kasi since it's a pandemic, dumadami pa talaga yung cases and wala pa talagang cure. So it's really scary for us and it's really dangerous for us to just go out of the country for training. But we can also train in our country so that it will be safer.
Mm-hmm. Dave, your thoughts also?
Well, to be honest, sir, you know, it's just really hard time for the Philippines right now. So we should just really do our duty as a Filipino, and that's just to really stay at home and, you know, just to be able to help other people who aren't as, you know, as blessed or as fortunate as us to be able to stay at home, and just really spend time with their families. And
Now that,
we can't really do anything else other than to help and just pray. That's really it.
I, now that you're home, are you watching the news about what's going on, especially with COVID-19? Are you watching it? Because if you've seen the news lately, I think even in Korea, Taiwan, and Japan, they lifted the lockdown, and then there's a second wave of infections, no? That nakakatakot. So my question is, do you guys watch the news, or minsan tune out niyo kasi ang hirap i-digest, no? Let's start with you, Jason.
Sir, of course, we really have to watch the news to know what's happening around us. And then for what's happening around the world naman, it's really scary kasi yun nga, it's really spreading rapidly. So we just really have to pray, and that we hope for that they already find a cure.
Okay. There's a SJ, your thoughts?
For me naman, yeah, I always watch the news, diba? Because my family loves watching TV. So with that, knowing na there's another sickness na naman na nangyayari, diba? So it's scary because yun, we're not finished yet with the COVID, diba? Tapos meron na naman bago sa ibang bansa. So, ayun.
All right. We have a question here from Trunks Atienza. It's for the three of you. The question is, when you were playing for the Blue Eaglets, who among the players in the Blue Eagles did you admire the most and why? Let's start with you, SJ. Nung nasa Eaglets ka, sino yung hinahangaan mong player sa seniors at bakit?
Say,
Sa seniors. Siyempre, hindi si David Defonso. Sa seniors sa seniors.
ito lang.
For me, una siyempre, si Kuya Mike. Because siya yung nag-welcome sa akin.
Big Mike.
Big Mike. He welcomed me in Ateneo, di ba? With open arms pa. Welcome to Ateneo. Ganun. So, with that, inaangaan ko siya lagi. And the way he plays, the way he sacrificed himself for the team, di ba? His role in the team and his diet. So, ayun, inaangaan ko siya talaga na grabe yung leadership din ni Kuya Mike.
Dave, your turn. Who among the senior team did you admire and why?
Senior team when I was in high school. Probably. Si Isaac go, si Georgie.
Sige, bakit? Gandang sagot yan ah.
Yeah, kasi from being a role player and to he was given a chance to be able to redeem himself. I don't know what season that was, but when he kind of missed that shot to win against LaSalle in the eliminations round, and then I think that was season 80. I think that was season 80.
Yeah.
He was able to redeem himself in the finals, and he actually got the credit for it because in my opinion, Georgie is one of the most underrated players in the UAB, and he just gets the job done. Nothing fancy, but he's really effective.
Jason, your turn.
For me naman siguro si Mams.
Yeah.
Kasi siya yung ever since high school, siya na yung naging stopper sa team. So parang yun kasi yung parang what I want to do, maging stopper. So ever since naging kakampi ko siya, I really tried to be the stopper of the team.
Wow. Now that you mention him, si Mamu, hindi lang si Mamu yung former teammate ninyo sa high school. You have Jolo Mendoza. How do you feel that parang nabubuo yung Eaglets team ninyo sa seniors? How do you talk about it? How do you feel about that, SJ?
Siguro for me, doon makikita yung program coming from high school to college, di ba? Na it's working. The coaches, yung mga training ng mga coaches namin during high school, Coach Joe, Coach Red, Coach John, Coach Yuri. Sino pa dyan? Sila ni Coach Paul, di ba? Nag-work talaga. So, Coach A, Coach Trey, high school.
Coach A.
Coach A, si Coach A, yan. Coach A. Yung mga Siyempre, yung mga iba, grade school pa galing sila ni Kuya Jolo, di ba? Nagwo-work yung program. So with that, we just have to trust the process siguro and just keep learning. And yun, masaya na yung mga nasa Blue Eagles dati, ngayon, nasa college na naglalaro, di ba? Eaglets, yan.
Jason?
Like I said kanina, it's a reunion for the seniors nung season 80 nung nag-champion kami. And then it's a much bigger reunion kasi nga makakasama ulit namin yung mga seniors namin nung season 79.
Dave?
Yeah, it's just great, sir, na yung mga dating seniors ko, di ba, at least yung what we weren't able to accomplish in the juniors division, we have another chance to be able to, do what we couldn't do in the juniors division.
There's a question here on my Facebook asking about Mamu. Are you surprised daw, the three of you, with the way how he's become a fire starter for the Blue Eagles? Tapos may question dito, what do you think of his block on Steph Curry? SJ go.
Siyempre, for me, mga ako kay Mamu, di ba? It's Steph Curry. So, yung NBA players nga hindi makakapalpal kay Steph Curry, si Mamu pa yung nakapalpal, di ba? So, ayun, namamanga ako kay Mamu lagi.
Nah.
Siyempre, given naman yun, stopper siya eh. Galing talaga depensa si Mamu. Galing mo anticipate.
Jason, watching Mamu now, di ba, parang coming in, also playing defensive stopper, that guy who can drive to the basket and create. Ano thoughts mo watching Mamu, yung evolution niya as a player?
Ever since high school
naman. Si Mamu, underrated pa yan.
Ever since high school naman, kaya niya na yun, mabilis na siya nung high school, pero hindi niya siguro alam sa sarili niya na kaya niyang gawin yun. So ngayon, parang he's getting better at it and he's learning. So I'm proud of him na he's being able to play the way he can for the team.
Dave, did Mamu ever guard you?
Yes, sir. He guarded me, I think my rookie year, first game ko against Ateneo. And he's long and hindi naman siya yung mahina yung katawan na mahaba. He's long, he's smart, and he's really pesky as a defender. And I really had a hard time against Mamu because it was Ateneo. So it's Ateneo. Yeah.
There's another question here in the Q&A. Who are the up-and-coming high school players sa Eaglets na nakikita niyong aangat sa seniors? Let's start with you, Dave. Nakakapanood ka ba ng Blue Eaglets basketball?
Hindi na, sir.
Yeah.
Pero siguro abangan na lang natin yung pangatlong nito, just si LeBron. Yung pinaka feeling ko yung pinakamagaling kasi pangalan pa lang, knee shaking kasi may Matt, Mike, tas biglang may LeBron. So alam na nila tito tita na magiging great player talaga yung pangatlong anak nila.
Pinangalan pa LeBron, no?
Oo nga.
Ikaw, Jason, I know you've watched a few of your high school games. Who do you think will be going up to the seniors ranks?
Siguro ngayon, from what I've been seeing, siguro si Fortsky. Kasi been the go-to guy aside from Kai. And he's been delivering for the team during their season.
Have you seen Joshua Lazaro and Teka, Dave, dalawang LeBron, ha? May LeBron Lopez pa sa high school.
Hindi po yun. Yung gusto ko po yun nito. Joke lang. Pero yun nga, yung LeBron Lopez nga rin po is such a great player. Athletic, bata pa. I think grade 9? Grade 9 pa lang ba yun?
Oo, grade 9 pa lang.
So, sana nung grade 9 ako, gano'n na ako tamalon, gano'n na ako tangkad. Pero,
unstoppable ka naman nung grade 9 ka, Dave. Jason, sorry. Aside from Fortsky Padrigao, anyone else that you see moving up?
Yun nga, si Joshua Lazaro kasi sinasabi ni Coach Bart na parang may resemblance daw kami kasi nga pareho kami mapayat tapos pareho kami mahaba. Pero siya parang mas define yung laro niya and mas athletic siya. So, it's really something to look forward to playing with.
SJ?
For me, Portsky, syempre, si Josh Ladro, tsaka si Lebron, Lebron Lopez. Syempre, Lebron Nieto rin sa future, di ba? With Portsky naman, syempre, give and go to scorer nila, di ba? Tapos, siya yung nag-assist ng team, siya yung nag-lead. Tapos, totoo yung sabi ni Jason na para magkapareha sila ni Josh. Nag-practice game ata kami noon one time eh. Parang dalawa sila nagbabantayan. So parang magkaparehas sila ng laro. Tapos si Lebron, grabe. Grabe yung gift niya na athleticism, tsaka yung speed niya sa at his level, di ba? Center pero mobile. Grabe. So tapos grade 9 pa lang. So with that, yan yung mga nakikita ko na pwede angat sa college.
Okay, there's a question here also on my messenger about what was it like to play the UP Fighting Maroons with Kobe Paras, Richie Rivero, the Gomez Liano brothers, and Bright Acoeti. Ayan. Simulan muna natin si Dave. Dave, you had a memorable game against these UP Fighting Maroons.
Yeah.
Your thoughts about that team?
It's ano eh. It's
Heartbreaking yun, ha?
yeah. It's overpowered. It's like sobrang ano eh, parang cheat code sila eh, to be honest. Because I had to so at times I had to guard Kobe. I had to guard the ever so great Juan Gomez Deliano, and it was just really a hard time for me. In the first half of the first game, I was really struggling in my offense, and I was just getting frustrated a bit. But luckily, I was able to pick up in the second half, and it's playing against UP is just it's great. Yung crowd nila is just, and their support is just it's overwhelming every game. Because that's why I always love playing against UP because ang daming tao nanonood and they're a great team and they really bring out the competitiveness.
While it's is it also a testament to how you play that they're concentrating their defenses on stopping you, Dave?
I guess you could say that, sir, because well, I think it's because that's really the plan. In any team naman you play against, you really try to stop the most productive player. And I think it's just really a great, it's a great feeling for me. It's a great compliment and it's a great challenge for me also so that they to be able to improve more and so that they can have a hard time stopping me.
Jason, you were also matched up against Kobe Paras at some point. Your thoughts about playing that UP team?
Against that UP team, ang hindi ko makakalimutan sa kanila is yung crowd nila. Kasi may mga times mas madami pa yung crowd nila sa crowd ng Ateneo. Tapos yung mga cheers nila, sobrang ingay talaga nila. Parang ang saya nilang makalaban kahit mas madami yung crowd nila.
SJ, your thoughts about facing that super UP team with Rivero, Paras, Acueti, and the Gomez Iliano brothers?
For me naman, siguro, sabi nga ni Jason, di ba, yung crowd, iba yung feeling eh. Especially nung rookie year ko in championship, grabe yung UP crowd. Tapos, yung team naman, syempre, parang sila yung Lakers eh, ng UAP, di ba? Parang lahat star, di ba? Tapos lahat nagko-contribute. So, you just have to pick kapag sino bibigay mo yung bola, tapos produce ka agad. So, it's also a challenge, pero masaya kalaban ng UP because of the atmosphere ng crowd, tsaka the level of competition among the players.
We have a few more questions before we end this webinar. One is from Trunks Atienza. What Ateneo cheer or chant fires you up the most? Ayan, SJ, ikaw muna.
Siguro yung every time na lumabas kami ng dugout, di ba? Parang yung dig.
Yung Go Ateneo.
Tapos, yung Go Ateneo. Siyempre, iba eh. Parang na-hype up ka kagad, di ba? Tapos since then pa naman, during high school, kapag nanonood ka ng college game, yan yung hindi mo kailangan ma-miss kapag warm-ups. Yung gano'n na, yung Go Ateneo. Sobrang nakaka-hype.
Pag nasa loob ka ba ng locker room, naririnig mo ba yung mga tambol, taps and cheers? Yung adrenaline mo ba sumisipa na ba pag ganun?
Syempre given talaga yun eh. Kapag narinig yung rumble, tapos given the fact na syempre, pag example, UP, Lasal, Kalaban, ganun, tapos other teams din. Pero kapag narinig mo yung tambol talaga, parang gusto mo na maglaro eh. Parang ready ka na kaagad, di ba? Tapos, di talaga maiwasan yung takot. Siyempre, pag may tambol. Pero, pag nandun ka naman sa court, wala na. So, nakaka-hype up siya. Especially kapag meron tambol, every game, gano'n. Kahit summer league lang, pag kalaban mo, may tambol, di ba? Parang iba yung feeling. Tapos, kayo kulang, walang tambol, gano'n, sila meron. So, parang meron sila laging +1 sa loob ng court.
Jason, how about you? What Ateneo chant or cheer do you really like?
Syempre gusto ko yung sinabi ni SJ na go Ateneo kasi given na yun. Tapos isa pa is pag coming into the fourth quarter, yung ganun. Kasi it gives more adrenaline, it gives more hype, especially fourth quarter na crunch time.
Yes, sorry, Dave, your turn. What Ateneo cheer fires you up?
What Ateneo cheer fires me up, sir? Siguro yung get that ball. Yun yung pinaka eh. Kasi yun naman talaga yung
defensive.
Yeah. That's the true objective naman every possession is get that ball. It's either on defense, get that ball, or on offense, get that ball through the rim. Just
Nice.
that's
okay.
But yeah.
This coming season 83, although they will sit it out first because of residency, he'll be playing with Team B. Your thoughts about the upcoming season? Wag na muna natin pag-usapan yung uncertainty, diba, because of the pandemic. But your thoughts? Babalik si Jolo, babalik si Rafi Verano, diba, and all that. Ikaw muna, SJ, your thoughts about this coming season, going for a 4th straight championship? Ikaw, SJ.
It would be a fun and great team siguro, di ba? Nawala yung 5 key players namin sa mga kuya namin. So, di ko masasabi na it would be a new Blue Eagles, pero we'll see pa. We didn't work that much pa naman. So, we're focusing on individuals. So, we will see. But for me, it will be fun. Tsaka memorable, di ba? Since bagong Blue Eagles naman yung lalaro.
Jason, do you feel that Dwight Ramos will be a huge help to the team?
Yes, I think that he will be a huge help to the team kasi when we were in CDO, naging teammate namin siya. So he was really a big help for us. He can play the point and he can shoot and he can also post up. So it's gonna be really big help, especially nawala yung 5 key players namin. And nawala din si BJ kasi na-injured. So 6 players agad yun. Si BJ dapat this was his time na to be able to play more minutes.
May tanong dito, may pahabol si Jason. May karibal ka na raw sa kagopuhan sa team dahil nandiyan na raw si Dwight Ramos. What's your reaction?
Sa kanya
na nagtanong yan, sir. Gusto ko marinig yan. Yan ang mga tanong na gusto ko marinig.
Basta teammate nyo sa college, hindi ko na sasabihin. Quiet lang daw. Sagot, Jason.
Si Mike ba
yun? BJ yata yun. Si BJ.
Dalawa lang yun eh. Mike o si Mamo lang o si BJ.
We have to protect the identity of your teammate. Sagutin ko na lang daw.
Siyempre si Dwight, alam naman natin lahat yun. Halatang-halata naman.
All right. Dave, you'll be playing for TV during your residency year. Have you decided what course you're taking and how excited are you to play for TV for now?
Well, sir, I'm more excited about to start my academics in the Ateneo de Manila. Of course, it's just more than playing basketball, because academics starts first. Academics is first before anything else. Pero it's just I think I might take management, or either I'm actually thinking about culinary or something like that, but I'm not really
Nice.
sure.
Bago yun, di ba? That's a new course, di ba?
Yeah, that's
Exciting.
a new course, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, pero I'm just really excited to be able to, bond with my former teammates and the new Ateneans, really. And it's just great to be back home.
Sorry, may pahabol dito. Let's talk about, this is for SJ and Jason, going 16-0. Your thoughts about that? SJ, ikaw muna.
Is that next season or
No, the past season.
the past season? For
What,
us as a team,
did you expect that? Did you ever think you'll go undefeated? How did you, Coach Tab doesn't like talking about it, but at some point, pumapasok yan sa mind nyo. Di ba? Like, wala pa tayong talo. Ano ba? What happened inside the locker room? What you can take?
for us siguro, we just took it one game at a time. We didn't as much reflect on kapag ano na yung record namin. We just take it one game at a time. Tapos we treat every game just like it's our last game. So siguro with that, sa huli, yun. Kaya siguro nakuha namin yung 16-0, di ba? Tapos nagulat nga ako sa huli. Wala pala kaming talo. So, ayun. Tapos, the fact na si Kuya Matt pa nga nagsabi na history pa nga daw. So, tapos pagkatapos ng game noon, nag-research ako kapag wala pa nga. So, kami pa lang pala nakakagawa yan. So, yung mentality na just treat your game as your last game, tapos just take one game, just take it as one game at a time. Na, ayun.
Jason, your thoughts? Previously kasi, even nung high school, mag-sweep tayo ng elims. Pagdating ng finals, talo game 1. Pero ito, yung game 1 against UST, medyo natambakan sila. Ano yung secret doon? Staying in shape and staying in focus between the last game of the elims and the finals?
Like what SJ said, if ever masweep nga namin history, so it's additional motivation aside from the fact that it's a finals game, and it's and the core of our team are seniors, so we're all really hungry to be able to win the championship for the seniors and for the community as well for the third straight championship.
All right. With that, we end the webinar. I'll turn it over first to Coach Ariel Vanguardia for any closing. Coach Ariel?
Well, I'd like to thank, of course, the Ateneans, Jason, Dave, and Joseph for joining us this afternoon. I'm sure this is the only time that we have more viewers on YouTube than attendees. So,
Really?
mukhang yung mga fans nila on YouTube are watching.
Thank you, Jason.
So,
Thank you so much.
maraming mga at saka puro mga women yung mga yung mga nagko-comment sa single yata to mga to eh.
Yes, Jay, may gawa niyan.
Okay. So, hopefully Coach Tab is still listening, and hopefully we can have him by next week. He's the number 1 most requested coach to ever appear to us. So that will be our we will stop this webinar if we can get Coach Tab. So that's our goal. So to have him here.
Baka si Joey, Boss Joey, may balita. Boss Joey, ano balita niyo dyan?
Okay, Boss Joey.
Wala naman akong balita, but actually, dun sa Philippine Sports right now, we're showing a rewind of Ateneo Lasal right now. That was the 2016 when I think that's the first year Coach Tab assumed the team. Nagsisimula pa lang. So medyo hindi yung mga Lasalista, yung mga nanonood sa Facebook ng Philadelphia Flying V Sports. But I hope in the coming future we can show also in 2018 where the Ateneo team was the champion of our league.
Coach Ariel?
All right. So with that, again, we'd like to thank those attendees and those that watch us on YouTube Live. We'll be back at 6 p.m. Our own head coach for Blackwater Elite, Coach Nash Racela, and a champion coach in the UAAP for FEU will join us at 6 p.m. on his transition or fast break and other concepts on offense. So you can't miss that. And again, I'd like to say good evening to everyone or good afternoon. And Rick, your parting words?
Let's hear first from the players. Parting words to those watching. SJ, ikaw muna. Any parting words?
Thank you guys for watching, and stay safe and always pray, guys. And for this upcoming season naman siguro, please do continue to support the Ateneo Blue Eagles and always pray. God bless. Thank
Dave,
you.
Dave, your parting words, Dave.
To everyone who watched, thank you so much, and always stay strong during this pandemic and during this hard time, and just always try to help in whatever way you can. And this upcoming season, join me in the stands to to support Ateneo, and see you guys there.
We watch you on Team B. Jason, parting words, Jason.
To everyone watching, thank you so much for your support. Stay safe and healthy, and we hope that you continue to support us during the season.
But okay, we want to thank Blackwater Elite for this webinar. Of course, about Flying V Sports and Mr. Joy Guillermo. Bukas, meron kami usapang Toyota Tamaraos. 3:30 p.m. We're gonna hear from the great Ramon Fernandez, Chito Loizaga, Ricky Relosa, Gil Cortez, and other Toyota, yung mga PBA greats natin. For Flying V Sports and Blackwater Elite, Rick Olivares po, maraming salamat. Good afternoon.
One big fight.
Next!
Ateneo.
One big fight.
All right, bye guys. Thank you.
All right.